In the first house, we have Jupiter return, which is benefits. This is a really beautiful card to have anywhere in your chart at any time. So disappearing in your first house, this deals with your self, your body, your appearance, the way you project yourself to others, and your how you are received by others. So it's almost like your mask, you know, what it is that you are presenting in the outer world. It just covers your general influence of others, how you make your way forward, and how you are perceived by others, how you are coming across to them as well. So being your first house, Jupiter return, this is very beneficial, as I said. It brings gifts and opportunities and abundance. So you will feel like that as well. You will feel abundant and generous and open-hearted, and you will be very well received by others. You'll be feeling very social, outgoing, and just light-hearted, and laughing a lot, and just enjoying being wherever you are, and in whatever situation you are. Because it's a Jupiter return, you may find that aspects from the past may be coming back and bearing fruit for you now. So it could just be something, it could be even to do with just a physical regime which you're now doing, whether it's a get fit or just some kind of regime which you were busy with in the past. Perhaps it didn't quite work out, or you didn't feel that it was the right time, or just never materialized, or you never took advantage of it. Well, something may come back for you now. It could also be just that you are in the limelight and you're feeling incredibly expansive, and because you're feeling that way, something from the past will be drawn back to you to now reach, to now bring you some kind of benefit which didn't happen before. So this is a wonderful influence that you're having on the world in general, on others. If you work with others, if you're a consultant, or if you are in a public sphere, then this is a really very beneficial aspect to be having, because you're going to be received so well and you're going to be able to influence others in a great way. The first house also affects your seventh house, which is your house of close personal relationships. So how you are appearing, how you're coming across, your general personality and your demeanor is going to have a direct impact on others as well. So when we get to the seventh house, we'll talk about that. The slight downside for having Jupiter and particularly return is it does affect the body. So it's your physical self. So that you may just want to be aware that you may be prone to weight gain, or to just eating and drinking too much and just having too much of a good time, really, just overdoing it. So just be aware, yes, you'll be feeling powerful, you'll be feeling great and having fun and lots of social activities and just getting out there, but you don't want to overdo it and sort of undo work that you've done before. You want to enjoy these benefits and enjoy looking your best and feeling your best. The other aspect of it is also don't get too relaxed, too sort of feeling so great that you don't have to do much about opportunities. Any opportunities that come to you now, you've got to work on them, you've got to move them forward. With all this grace and abundance that's coming to you, but you've still got to work. You've still got to actually put yourself in that position. This is also a wonderful card of being in the right place at the right time. So, that's all coming to you, but don't let an opportunity slip up, or don't feel so relaxed that you feel you don't have to take advantage of things, that you're just going to chill and not worry about it. If something is presented to you, harness it and make the best use of it. Then in the second house, you have another very beneficial card. This is part of fortune, and it symbolizes increase. It's also the rise of your hidden talents and abilities, things that you perhaps just haven't used before, aspects of yourself which you just haven't used before, or you know about. Possibly you're aware that you have these gifts and abilities, but or talents, you've just never really had the opportunity to grow them or to feel any need for them. But now this is coming into your second house, which is the house of income, your money coming in. It's also property and your self-worth, what makes you feel worthy. And it's the house of possessions, real estate, and it's the house of your values. So values and self-worth go hand in hand. So it's a really beneficial card. It's an increase in income, an increase in self-worth, and the rising of your abilities and talents that perhaps you just haven't harnessed before. It's about harnessing opportunities, harnessing abilities. And because the way you are projecting yourself outwardly is also going to have an effect on this house, because what you project is what's going to come back to you. It's a direct sort of relationship there. So you may also have an increase in your possessions of some kind. It's also about spotlight and recognition. So you could be experiencing notoriety in some way, which is going to bring you rewards, whether it's like a salary increase or some kind of abundance to do with how you are moving forward in the world. It could be to do with work that you've done, or just something that you're being recognized for. You're actually in the spotlight, and possibly those talents which you perhaps weren't aware, or abilities that you weren't really aware that you are projecting outwards. Other people are picking them up and actually acknowledging that in you. So that's again a really great thing to be having in your second house. And then hot on the heels of that, we have Scorpio. I transform. This is it's kind of connected to all of what we've already been discussing, because now we're now in the house of communication. So with all this wonderful abundance and increase, and just feeling good about yourself and feeling worthy, and receiving recognition, and whether it's in monetary terms or just feeling good about yourself and having that recognized in others, Scorpio comes along in your house of communication, and requires transformation. So you may, because of all of this, be transforming how you communicate with others, or there just may be a necessary transform which is requiring to be brought in. But it's going to be passionate, transformative, sort of projection outwards, how you communicate. So that's written, verbal, body language, even being busy on social media and making comments on things. And if you are the kind of person who gives speeches, or is in the public eye, or is busy with in a career where you are required to transform social situations, or just being communicative in general, there's going to be transformation required there. You may have to master something and then move forward on it, or you may just have to deeply analyze the way you communicate now, or the way you are moving forward with that in a career choice, or just it could also be just with family members, so that's siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and so on. So it has a family aspect as well. Or it could be that you are required to transform your relationship with those people, or it could be one person in particular that is in your sphere of influence. But it is transformative. It's very deep. You could be having really deep, transformative discussions with others, or with a significant other. But it also has a slightly broader aspect to just being close by. This is also may have a public aspect as well, or it could just be really sort of sexy discussions or texts with somebody. It does have that aspect as well. So this is all communication. So it can affect you in that way. But it's deep. It's transformative. It's down to the nitty gritty. But it's really also taking something old and transforming it and making it new. So something new from the old. It can also bring in secrets and suspicion, bearing in mind this is all to do with communication. So you may hear something, or you may just come across something suspicious in communication. It could also be to do with contracts. Contracts are ruled by the third house. So it's something to do with that. Something to do with that. You're going to have to deeply look at it and go with your gut on certain things as well, and just be aware that there may be something under the surface which is going to come out or will come out, or just something's a bit off and you need to investigate further. The third house also covers psychic expansion. So if you are working in that field and you are, you may just find that your abilities are now really coming to the fore, rising to the surface. And because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto, it rules the underground. So this could be things that are coming up for you, abilities, and this is also linked again to this influence you're having on others, where it's a sort of, your influence is going to be powerful. So just be aware of that, and be aware that your ability to transform and to communicate with others is going to deepen considerably, and that choose your words with care. Be careful. Be careful about your psychic expressions, about your psychic impressions and the transmission of that. Just be aware of that, and be aware that these things have deeper reverberations for you. Then we have in the fourth house, we have lunar eclipse, which is change. And this is covering all aspects of the fourth house, which is all to do with the home, your home, and your influence in your home environment. It's also to do with your roots, your ethnic identity, and your foundations in life, where you sort of arose from. So the lunar influence is always female or feminine influence there. So you may be, if it's to do with ethnic identity and your roots and your foundation, you may have a strong female element there. But always this card brings in change of some kind, and it can be quite abrupt, and it can be quite quick, unexpected as well. But it also has the possibility of something that was bubbling under the surface, and now it comes up. Now it comes to be looked at and dealt with, but you have to deal with it. So changes, things coming to light, or things being revealed in your home life. Perhaps there's been a little bit of confusion, a bit of uncertainty, things not really clear about a way forward. Well, now you're going to start to see what a course of action. And it may be, as it may be very quick, may be very abrupt. It could be unexpected, but the change is inevitable, and it's inevitable change for the best. So bringing in the new, everything to do with the moon is always to do with that, bringing in the new. It could also be a change in your home environment. So a female may be coming in, or a female may be going, or it's a feminine influence, which is coming in or going out, because eclipses can bounce people in and out of your life. So there's some kind of change going on there. This takes place sort of 6 weeks to 6 months. So something may have already been in the works and now it comes to the fore, or you will see changes now and you're going to have to deal with it over that period of time. But as I said, it does have a feminine influence. You may just also be wanting to bring a feminine influence into your home if you are a male. If you're a man and you may be wanting to bring that into your home, you may be wanting to bring a feminine influence into your home. Make it a nurturing place, but ultimately there will be a change of some kind. So I feel it's a change of person in your home, or a change. It could even be a change of home, a change of residence. But it probably will be sort of a fairly emotional situation. But out of that will come something good, and it is inevitable in any case. Then in the Fifth house, you have yet another moon card. So this is Cancer, I feel, also ruled by the moon, represented by the crab. And, you know, when you think about the crab, what does it represent for you? Where does it live? How does it come across? And in your fifth house, this is all to do with children. It's all to do with creativity, love affairs, having fun, getting out and about, you know, sort of, recreational activities of all kinds.